Hi everyone, thanks for joining us for the June LegFi webinar. My name is Amanda and today I'll be going over LegFi with Treasury and how to set up fall billing. Heather is also joining me and she will answer any questions you may have throughout the webinar, and we can also go over some of those at the end of the webinar. If you would please go ahead and introduce yourself in the question chat just to make sure that it's working for you, and tell us what organization you're with. So our agenda for today is we're going to look at who OmegaFi is, and then we're going to look at how to update your member roster in preparation for fall semester. I'll show you how to set up your fall billing, and then we'll look at LegFi with Treasury. So OmegaFi hosts and supports LegFi. For more than 30 years, OmegaFi has provided technology solutions to help customers manage their finances, streamline their operations, recruit new members, and communicate with their members. We are based out of Columbus, Georgia, and we securely process more than 1.1 million per day for our clients and have securely processed more than 4 billion since 1992. We're also deeply committed to serving, promoting, and advancing the fraternity and sorority experience. We are passionate about what we do, and it's this passion that has encouraged our clients to trust us to do the heavy lifting so they can focus on their mission and having fun. So I'm going to switch over to LegFi real quick. So when you get logged into LegFi, you'll come into your dashboard, and then to add members, we're going to look at that first. You'll come over here to the members module, and this is where you will update your roster. So to add members, you'll click on add members, and if you need to add multiple members, you'll download the sample file here. You'll fill out that file and then you'll import it. If you only have a single member to add, you'll click that here and add in that single person. If you need to update a member, if they've graduated, or if they're not returning, you can come back to your member list and you can click on that member. If you have multiple members, you can do more than one. And then from here, you'll click on actions and then edit, and then you'll change their member type. So whatever member type you have, if they're moving to alumni, you'll click on alumnus and then you'll apply the changes. If you do change a member to alumni, once you've updated that, you'll need to send an email to info@legfi.com so they can be archived. This is an important step. If those members are not marked as alumni and archived, your chapter will get charged for them. So you can also toggle here between active members and archived members, and any members that may have been sent to collections. You can look there for that. You can also create groups from the members module if there are certain members that are billed differently than other members. For example, if some members can pay in full at the beginning of the semester, you can create a group for them, or if other members need a payment plan, you can create a group for them. And to do that, you'll click on Manage Groups. And from here, any groups that you already have, you can edit or delete them, or you can click on New Group to create that. And then you can add those members to that group once you're done, and then save changes. So now we're going to move on, and I'm going to show you how to set up your billing. You'll go under the Invoices module, and from here you'll click on Create New Invoice. You'll select the members that you need to invoice. You can select them from this list here that shows up, or you can come up here and you can filter by the group that you've created. And you can add them all, or you can add just one if you need to. And then from there, you'll click on Add Charge, and you'll put in your information. If you've already created charges that are similar from spring semester or from last year, you can copy those and you don't have to put in the information again. You can just copy that and it'll be there for you. If it's a recurring charge or a one-time charge, you can do that here. So if you need, say this is the payment plan group and they need it split out over the whole semester, you can do that. Or if they're doing just one time at the beginning of the semester, you can do that. I'm going to choose recurring charge just so I can show you how to do that. So say it's $400 for chapter dues and fees over the whole semester, but they're going to pay $100 a month. So you'll put in 100 and you'll do the charge description. And then you can choose your financial account that when those payments start coming in, where they'll be deposited. So I'm going to show you next how to open up Treasury accounts. But if you have a Treasury account specifically for your chapter operating expenses, or if you have a house and you're doing an invoice just for rent, you can make sure that that money goes into your housing account. And then you can open up as many Treasury accounts as you want. So you can, if it's for an event and you want to charge them, send out an invoice and you want to make sure those funds go into that event treasury account, you'll select that here. And then also you'll choose your revenue category. If you need a new revenue category, if there's not one here that you like or you need to create a new one, you would do that under the budgets module up here. I can show you how to do that as well. So then you can select the date that you want the statements to go out, which is the start date. So we'll just choose July 5th, and then the due date can be whatever date you would like that to be. So we'll do July 19th. And then if there are any late fees that you would like to charge, if they're not paid by July 19th, you'll put that here, and then you'll input the date that it will be considered late after. And if you offer an early payment discount, so say they decide they're going to pay all of the money up front, you can select that early payment discount. So we'll add additional cycles here. And you can add as many cycles as you need to. So once you're done with adding your cycles, you'll click on Save Charge. And then you can add a message. And before you send it out, you can click on Preview Invoice to see what it looks like and make sure that everything looks correct. And once you're satisfied, then you can come here and click on Send Invoices. So then those charges will go on to the members' accounts and those statements will be sent out on the date that you chose. If you need to add a budget category, you'll come here to Budgets and then you'll click on Manage Categories. And this is where you can add additional revenue categories if you need that when you're setting up billing. So now let's look at how to set up your Treasury accounts. So you'll go under Financial Accounts, and from here you'll click on Add Treasury Account. You'll read through the terms and conditions, and once you've done that, you'll click through the boxes that you accept them, and then you'll click on Submit. So in compliance with federal regulations, our payment processing partner Stripe must collect all of the information requested in the Know Your Customer form. This form is securely encrypted and the data provided will only be used by Stripe system to verify your identity. So when this screen comes up, you'll input the information that's required. You'll input your cell phone number and your email address, and a code will be sent to you to verify your phone number. And then once you do that, you'll be able to go in and provide your name, contact, and identifying information and organization information to complete the form. If Stripe's automated system is unable to verify your identity, you may be asked to provide additional identification, such as a driver's license, to finish the process. So once the form is submitted in full, your new account will appear in your Treasury accounts. So it'll show here. And it does take a few minutes for everything to go through. So it may show pending for a few minutes before it's verified. Once you've created the Treasury accounts that you need, then you can come in and you can transfer funds between Treasury accounts when payments begin to come in. So to initiate a transfer, you'll come up here and you'll select Fund Transfers, and then you'll add a fund transfer. And then from here, you'll put in your information. So what account you're transferring from and what account you're transferring to. You can, if you have an external bank account, you can transfer funds from your Treasury account to your external bank account and vice versa. So you'll put in all of your information, the transfer amount, the notes, and then the transfer date. And once you do that, you'll click Next. You'll review your information and then submit it. Once you've submitted it, your pending transfers will show here under pending, and once they are processed, they will show here under processed. So now let's take a look at how to open Treasury cards. First, we'll go back to financial accounts, and then you'll go to the Treasury account that you want to open a Treasury card under. Again, you can open as many Treasury cards as you need to under the account that you need to purchase things for. So you'll click on the ellipsis here, you'll click Treasury cards, and from here you'll go in and you'll add the card holder. So we'll click on Add Card Holder, and then you'll choose the member that you need to add the card holder. And then you'll choose the kind of card that you want. So you can do a virtual card or a physical card. Physical cards will be shipped to the user within 5 to 10 days of the enrollment date, while virtual cards can be quickly created for time-sensitive purchases. After selecting the card type, then you'll click on this link here, the daily link, to edit the card spending limit. So then you can choose if it's going to be a daily spending limit, weekly, monthly, yearly, or all time. So you can order cards for, say a member needs to go out and purchase some supplies for an event that you have, and you're going to give them $100 just for that event. So you can choose all time and 100. Or if you have a treasurer that needs to have more access to funds, you can choose a weekly spending limit of $500. This helps you with your budget and knowing that you won't go over the budget that you've selected. And you can, if for whatever reason, if you need to add the spending limit or to it, if you need to increase it or decrease it, you can do that at any time. So once you choose your spending limit, you'll click on Done. And then you'll read through the account agreement and the terms and conditions. You'll click I agree and then click on Next. Make sure that everything looks correct and then you'll click Submit. So once you do that, you'll go in, you may need to provide a government issued ID to complete the verification process. That's just Stripe asking to verify your identity. So once your Treasury card is created, it will show here under the Treasury card. So it says here pending card holder data. To upload your card holder information. If it's someone that doesn't have access to LegFi, they'll receive an email and they can update their information there. But if you're updating it through LegFi, you'll come here and click on Add Card Holder Information, and then you'll input all of your information. So you'll put in your address, and then you'll agree to the terms and then click on Continue. And then once you review it, you'll click on Submit. And if there's anything else, so now it's active. But if they need a driver's license, they will email you. So now that we've reviewed how to create a treasury card, let's look at how you can manage your cards. So from here, when a card is active, you'll click on the ellipsis. And if you need to suspend or freeze a card so that it is no longer able to be used, you can click on suspend. Users will get a notification that the card is unavailable if the card is in their digital wallet. Suspending a card is temporary. You can come back to the action section and click activate to reactivate the card. And then if you need to close a card, if that officer is no longer needs access to that card, you can come out here and close it. Closed cards cannot be reactivated. You can also report a card lost, stolen, or damaged if you need to receive a new card. And then if you need to view or edit the member's card, you'll click on view and edit. And this is what I was saying earlier about if you need to update their spending limit, you would come here and update their spending limit. So I'm going to switch over to a PowerPoint and show you how to view transactions within a Treasury card. So give me just a second. So to review a card's transactions, you'll go into the card and click on transactions, and then you'll select the link in the view transactions column. And then once you're in the view transactions, you'll click on the actual transaction that you need to view. And then if you think this transaction is suspicious and you need to dispute it, you'll click on this dispute button down here. You can also look at the status of any disputes you may currently have by going back to the Treasury cards section, and then you can click on disputes. And from here, it will show you, you can either look at all the disputes that you've placed, and then any that have been won or lost. That is all I have for today. I'm going to look to see, Heather, were there any questions?
Thanks, Amanda. Yes, we got a couple of questions. You may need to keep LegFi up so we can make sure that we're showing that the correct way to answer the questions. So
Okay.
one is someone asked if I created an invoice for a member by accident, can I delete it? That's a great question, and the answer to that is yes. And Amanda, do you mind showing them how they can go about doing that?
Sure. So you'll go back to the invoices module and you'll go down to outstanding. Um, if it's so these invoices that I created today say I accidentally charged him twice. So he's going July 5th and July 1st, and that's incorrect. So I'm going to delete this July 1st. And this box will come up and you can put in a reason and then yes, delete unpaid invoice amount. So that's how you would do that.
Great, thank you.
Sure.
And then similar question, can I edit a charge if I put in the wrong amount? And I know the answer to that is yes too, but let's make sure to demonstrate how to do that.
Sure. Okay. So it's in the same spot under the outstanding invoices. Say with Bishop Ferguson, I meant to charge him $150 and not $100. So I would come here, you would click on actions and then click edit. And then from there, you would come up here and you would change the amount. You can also change the dates as well. And if you needed to change the account it's to being deposited into or the revenue categories, you can do that as well. And then once you, there's this column up here as well where you can put in the reason for the edit. And then once you're done, you'll click on Save Charge. And I forgot to mention, if you delete an invoice, you can come here and look at any invoices that have been deleted. And if you deleted it by accident, you can come here and reinstate the charge as well.
Great, thank you. All
You're
right,
welcome.
well, think that's all of the questions. We got everybody's questions answered. Of course, if you all have anything else come up or need our assistance with anything, please feel free to contact us. As Amanda put up here, there's the LegFi Help Center that you can get to with answers to pretty much all of your questions. You can get to that through the question mark icon at the top of the screen. And then if you are still unable to find what you're looking for or need something further, feel free to contact us at info@legfi.com. I think that will do it for today. Thank you, Amanda, for that training, and thank you all for attending. Have a great afternoon.